Jazz leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. More 2K action in just a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt. Then it's Keldon Johnson. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4-man spot. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Mikhailuk's checked in for Utah. And that one misses. Spurs trail by 8. And there's a pick. Right wing. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Well, you can see the tenacity of Chris Paul in play there. He refuses to give up on the shot, wants to get the end one. Nicely done.
All right. The Jazz making a change here. Juzang's checked in. Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, B.A. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone in pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Juzang, covered by Johnson. Here's Clarkson. San Antonio with a rebound.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Good on the shot.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Now here's Clarkson. He's closely guarded. Collins, no good. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Collins with a screen on Clarkson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you have got to be cautious around Chris Paul. He understands how to lean and when to draw contact.
No good on the free throw. Different. Look for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Collins. Sohan comes in for Mamu Kelishvili. And it's Barnes in for Johnson. And Utah with a change here too. Markkanen's checked in.
Couldn't put them in the lead, but at least does enough to tie it up.
Eubanks the screen. Markkanen outside. From downtown. Utah with another miss. On offense, here is San Antonio. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Picked up by Sohan. Outside for Wembanyama. Floats one up. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. substitution here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Eubanks. Williams comes in for John Collins. Colin Sexton's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Clarkson. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're close. We are inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And that one's good. Ball's got 14 points now in the second half.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Outside, Williams. Ball against George. Pass to Markkanen. And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Barnes. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Wimby using those long strides in transition.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Now here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Now here's Paul. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Paul's got 8 here in this quarter.
Chris Paul is no stranger to delivering in the big moments. Go ahead, CP3.
They double-team George. For 3, Sexton. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 5 assists tonight.
Big basket by Sexton. You see why his team will lean on him in these moments.
Now here's Wembanyama. Pass to Sohan. Paul looking it over. Now here's Wembanyama. He's covered by Kessler. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
This demonstrates leadership. Victor wanting to be the guy to make the big shot.
Jazz trail by 3. And here's George. Markkanen right side. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Williams. 4 on the clock. Again, Utah.
Since the break, it feels like an entirely new game.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Now here's Wembanyama. Over Markkanen. The rebound by Markkanen. The Jazz have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Here's Williams. And it's in.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Ball against George. Left side, Wembanyama. To the right side. Ball against Sexton. Utah grabs the miss. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
"19 seconds left in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And a smart choice right there. You can't allow them to just drain the clock.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Paul passes to Wembanyama to the middle. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so, Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Seven seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to George. Markkanen from long range. Oh, and a chance to the game, but the last-minute shot is offline. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Go. Now George and Sexton in the backcourt. Walker Kessler out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Markkanen misses.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Castle. Wembanyama, screen on Markkanen. Pass to Wembanyama. Stolen by Kessler. George for 3. And he can't get that one. And for San Antonio, they're shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. Count it.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Here's George. After the basket by San Antonio. Left side, Williams. On the wing, Sexton. The layup falls. Sexton's got 28 points for the game.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from deep. Not what they need this overtime. Ball against George. Kessler passes to Williams. Here's Markkanen. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 5th rebound in this one. George passes to Markkanen. Oh, sweet move. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Markkanen accepting more and more responsibility over time. Some leadership right there.
He's such a great free throw shooter who can handle big moments.
Ball against George. Ball passes to Wembanyama. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
This young man is pretty steady at the line. Wembanyama can get this done.
Both shots good from the stripe. For Utah, they've gone 2 for 5 here in OT. It's Markkanen on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
And so it's Wembanyama with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Wembanyama. Count it!
Already in year 1, Wembanyama hitting shots in crucial parts of the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
We've got a timeout called by Will Hardy, and a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Sexton passes to George. Back to Markkanen. Here's Sexton. San Antonio with a rebound. And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket. And the game has come down to this. They need a score, or you can practically call it quits.
Here's Markkanen. Oh, off target! And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. They escaped with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
HB, you have playoff experience. What's your advice to these teammates to get to that level?
We have the talent, we have the coaching. It's just a matter of every day approaching that with that mindset that we're going to go take it. I think if we come out with the energy and focus that we've shown that we can do, we'll put ourselves in a great position to have fun in the postseason.
The mental is just as important as the physical. Thanks so much, HB.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Chris Paul.